Hey gang, what's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, 13 days to the Semantics at Sea cruise. You can be, they're not on the Virgin boat again, because something happened with that one. I thought they were going on the boat where you get to fuck in the swings. The swing fucking boat. No swing fucking. But if I know Samantha and Trav, they'll swing fuck anywhere. I just talked to Samantha yesterday. She was helping us get Jason Ellis on the show. He is coming to the Abbey in, I believe, November for his some sort of cowboy tour, and he's going to do comedy. And I reached out to Jason Ellis on Instagram, and he wrote me back, and he's going to see if he can come in. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. He
ain't gay no more.
Yeah, that's I don't know if we'll talk to him about that. But,
Definitely going to talk to him about that. I was talking to Sam about that. I was like, do you think we can ask him about that? She's like, yeah, I think you can.
And
he'll talk about anything, I think.
Yeah. I don't. It would be hard to bring up. Like,
I'll just bring it up.
I heard you aren't gay no more.
That's how you do it. That he would laugh at. That's what you're having the same conversation I had with Sam, and she's like, he'll probably laugh at that.
Yeah.
If you're like, you ain't gay no more, and he's like, he'll laugh.
Jason Ellis started as a skateboarder,
yes.
right? Yeah, and then turned radio show host.
Yep.
Or serious.
Then he went gay, and
was he an MMA fighter too?
Yeah, he did some MMA.
Yeah.
Yep. But now he is. And he still does a show with Tony Hawk, so I figured we could talk to him about that because you and I are best friends with Tony Hawk now. So yeah.
I didn't meet him.
Oh, that's right, you didn't.
I gave
that
I
to
gave
Tony Rage.
Moonjet.
I'm never calling him Moonjet anymore. It's like a Camping World scenario with me. He's Tony Rage.
Because I'm the best friend you're ever gonna have.
Is that disrespectful to him? Like if you're not using like a trans person's dead name? Like is it really disrespectful to not? If I'm like, no, you're Tony Rage to me.
No, you don't care. You don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's his dead name. His dead name is Tony Rage. Actually, his dead name is Tony Rodriguez.
It's so hard for me to meet someone and then call them something and then change it later on. Like I cannot do it.
You'd be a great teacher. See, you'd never get in trouble.
It's why I never minded when everybody like in the radio.
I got Matt.
Called me Drunky because I was like, don't worry, it's not an insult at all. Like I'd do the same thing if your name was Drunky.
Here he comes. Hey man, how are you? Can you see us?
Yeah, hey. Thank you.
Right, what's going on, Matt?
Let me hit a couple buttons here, see if we there you are. Okay, you're slowly fading in on our screen here. Thanks, man. Thanks for the time. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, hold on one second. I just want to do a couple of things here to fix this. There we are. Looks just like the picture on the internet.
And Matt, this is obviously live right now on Twitch and YouTube, but this will air tonight on Real Radio and be put out on a podcast tonight.
Yeah, you're the first segment from 7-ish on. So, Eastern Standard Time. So thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Beautiful.
All right, Mr. Van, would you like to start our show?
Yep.
Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. So our next guest on Zoom, Daniel found this individual when he was looking through YouTube and looking for the King of Deltona song.
Yeah, you used to have a song called King of Deltona, and I was looking for it, and oddly enough, King of Deltona is not the first thing that pops up. The first song that pops up about Deltona is a song about Deltona from our next guest.
Yeah, and then we started deep diving into why we're like, what is this random song about Deltona?
I didn't understand what it was.
And then we talked about this, and Daniel's like, he's got thousands of songs on the internet about all these things.
And then our listeners started contacting us, and they're like, oh, yeah, that's Matt. Like, they're like, we know this guy. This guy writes some of the most popular songs on the internet.
So Matt Farley is on Zoom with us. How you doing, Matt?
Feeling good, and that's like my dream way for someone to discover me. I love it.
It was a completely organic. It was like seriously, it was just like I sat down, typed in the words, you popped up, and that's how I found you.
And a lot of people have done this and found you like this, and this is your entire business model, correct?
Yeah, full time since 2017.
So explain to our audience how you started doing this and tell us about the Moturn method because it's super fascinating.
Yeah, so I was in a almost serious songwriting duo called Mo's Haven, and we'd write, heartfelt songs, but then we had a silly side that we couldn't deny. And so every album was like, Dylan-esque masterpieces plus a couple of throwaway songs. And I noticed like around like '06, '07, that the only songs that anyone was buying on iTunes was the silly throwaway songs. And so then I was like, and they weren't doing well by any means. They were making like $2 a year, but those were our biggest hits. And then I was like, hey, if I wrote 25,000 silly songs, that would be nice. If they each made a few dollars a year, that could be my job.
Well, that's a lot of songs.
That is a lot of songs. I mean, and it seems like a lot of work. Obviously, music is something that you always loved, and you're like, I gotta get this out of me. Or was it work to you, or did you look at it like more of a Guinness Book of World Records style challenge, or like yeah, explain that to me.
Yeah. Well, in this songwriting duo, Moe's Haven, me and my friend Tom, what we like to challenge ourselves, and so like we did a 24-hour long album in 2002. In '06, we forced ourselves to record 30 minutes of music for every day of the year. And so we kind of were doing it anyway before. And so like I had built up, it's like you're a marathon runner. So you're at the point where like, oh, I can easily just get up and run a marathon. So yeah, I just like doing it. In general, I find it, like the whole Moturn method that I call it, it's like, just write the song. Don't even question if it's good or not. Just write it and record it and move on to the next thing. And what happens, like, if you do that, the next song will come. But if you start doubting yourself, you're gonna get hung up, and then like everything just stalls creatively.
So is it almost like an improv? I mean, do you actually write the songs, or do you like? I mean, how does the writing?
That's a stupid question. Of course he writes the songs. They're his songs.
Yeah, but I'm saying you have to turn them out fast. I mean, like how many can you, like when you were in the midst of this, how many could you do a day?
So for that Florida album, I think there's 50 songs about cities and towns in Florida. And that probably would have taken me a week, where I spent a few days recording the music tracks for all 50 songs, and then a couple more days where I go back and one by one, I bring up the Wikipedia page for whatever city it is. I hit record, and then I just start riffing kind of based on what I read on Wikipedia.
Yeah, like the Deltona. Deltona, such a beautiful place. Got a lot of cool people there. They've got. Yeah, I liked it.
We were listening to it, and then once we found out that you had so much.
I may have been highly critical of you. Don't listen to anything I said about you before this interview.
Because it doesn't.
Because I said that you were producing trash.
well, I've heard that many times.
I know, and I don't want to be one of those guys. I think I understand you more now after reading the Moturn Method, though. But I get it now.
But Matt, it's not about even the quality per se. It's just about the clicks, and you're like, hey, we live in a world where everything is about the clicks and the downloads.
You know, Mr. Beast does this to a degree.
Yeah.
Where he designs his videos not just for the artistic ability of like doing whatever he's doing, but he wants to trick you into clicking.
And so did you go through all 50 states, and like how many have you put out there since you started this?
For cities and towns, I've done an album for every state in the union, plus a few countries on top of that. And then, I have tons of other topics that I've done. So I'm up to 26,000 recordings.
That's amazing.
26,000?
Now, I am more of a fan, and you probably hear this too, maybe even from a lot of parents, that I'm more a fan of your pee-pee poo-poo songs. Like, I like the toilet humor songs, like, because you sing under, what is the name of the band you sing under when you do pee-pee poo-poo?
Well, I have two competing pee-pee poo-poo artists. There's the Toilet Bowl Cleaners, and then on the other side, it's the Odd Man who sings about poop, puke, and pee, and they're battling for the toilet humor market.
Yeah, the Odd Man. I love the title. The best name in rock and roll right now is the Odd Man who. What is it again? It's the
Odd Man who sings about poop, puke, and pee. And what's extra funny is he's that artist has put out I think 4 or 5,000 poop songs. And just last month, I put out a serious collection of cover songs under that artist's name, just for the fun of people, perusing the discography and being like, wait a second, now he's covering pop songs on top of singing name poop songs.
Yeah, like this guy's he's really expanding his reach here with different stuff.
So Matt, where do you put these songs out? Is it just Spotify and YouTube, and like do you pick a handful? Do you put them out as many places as you can?
Yeah, they're everywhere. There's different distributors for indie artists that'll get you on basically any and all streaming and download sites.
And out of all the 26,000 songs, like, what are your top 10 most popular, and have they surprised you by their popularity?
No, I had how like Newton had that moment where the apple hit his head and thought about gravity. Nothing physically happened to me, but I just had a revelation like 20 plus years ago, and I was like, I bet you songs about poop and pee would be popular. And then so I went ahead and started a band called the Toilet Bowl Cleaners. I'm the only member of the band, of course. But I was like, I bet you people would like this. And this was back in like the iTunes days.
Yeah.
But basically, as soon as I put out the first Toilet Bowl Cleaners album, my theory was proven true, and so I'm sure my top 10 most streamed songs are Poop in My Fingernails, Poop into a Wormhole, The Diarrhea Bounce Back, etc., etc.
The Diarrhea Bounce Back is I enjoyed that one.
Yeah. Matt, we've also found that the poop, pee, the boner is
are popular.
Our most popular topics, as well as podcasters, and
boobies, vagina, all of that. Weenie.
It's kind of sad when you.
It is sad. Let's talk about the sad.
When you look at the world, you're like, my God, this is the most popular.
What makes me sad is like when we look at Matt, like we've been studying you for all week, and we're reading about you and taking in your art and your songs and seeing what you do, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, this man, you have to have a lot of sadness inside of you, knowing that your top songs are the poops and pees. That's got to be a heavy weight to carry around, knowing how bad it is out here. It's bad out here.
Yeah, we carry that weight too. We're like, we're going to do Pukes of Hazard now. That's all they want.
We're going to do an event called Pukes of Hazard, where our listeners, they submit their best puke stories where they had to puke on themselves and they were embarrassed. Yeah. Can I ask you to write it? Can I pay you to write our theme song for Pukes of Hazard?
I have trouble when people ask me to do things.
Understood.
You know what? Like, when it's your idea, it's like great. When it's someone else's idea, I feel very stuck.
I understand.
I will get AI to do it, but that's what I want to ask you about, Matt. How has AI changed your business model, change what you do? Because essentially, we've been using it for a while now and just writing all our theme songs, and it's interesting because we used to hire humans to write intros for our show.
Yeah, there's one of them in the chat room right now.
Songs and stuff, and then now Daniel does it all through AI. Infinite amount of different songs, so fast, it's ridiculous. How's that changed your business?
I haven't seen a change. I don't use it. I'm actually playing on the keyboard and doing all the singing and writing all the stuff myself. It is what it is. If people like it, that's cool. I think with me, you get more of, hopefully people kind of just get a thrill thinking like some guy's actually spending hours upon hours, in his spare room churning these songs out, and that just makes it a little bit more fun to listen to. And also just like, I give out my phone number quite, I literally sing my phone number in many of my songs, and so I think that kind of personal touch probably helps too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
It makes you feel like you're part of the band, right?
Yeah,
a little bit. Like, you have access.
So Matt, one of our listeners emailed us and told us about you, and they're like, oh yeah, this guy Matt, he's been doing this for years, and he's like, and then he threw out a number that I was shocked by, and not to get in your personal business, and maybe you're public about this, but the listener was like, oh, he makes $200,000 a year, with these songs because of the mass amount that's out there, and a couple dollars here and there
Right.
on each song, and then like you said, it equals 200,000. Is that correct?
Yeah. As verified by the New York Times, they did a story on me a couple years ago, and part of the deal was I was like, yeah, I'll tell you what I earn if it means you guys read an article on me. So yeah, what year? In 2024, I think it was, or 2023, I made 200 grand. But what's funny is that that's like less than $10 per song per year,
Yeah. Well, it's the volume, the amount of it. Yeah,
it's
like,
hard for me to wrap my brain just how many songs you.
yeah.
It is. It's a difficult number to wrap my brain around. Do you have any copycat guys that saw what you were doing and they're like, you know what, I can do this. I can write about pee-pee and poo-poo. Watch this. I can do 33,000 songs.
Yeah, for those doing it the way I'm doing it, which is, actually writing and recording it and playing it yourself, I see on like message boards people talking about me, and then other musicians in the message board being like, oh, maybe I'll do that. And frankly, I just sit back and I'm like, yeah, maybe you will, or maybe 3 days into it, you're going to realize that it's takes an exhaustive amount of focus and keeping your eyes on the prize. And I was doing it in complete anonymity for the first decade plus that I was doing it. Like no one was paying attention to it. As much as I was trying to get people to write articles about it or acknowledge me in any way.
So it literally took forever for is it a joke to you? Or is it an art project? How would you describe it?
I think it's a grand joke, in that it's like, I think it's just hilarious to look at the discographies of these artists, and just to be, because it's like, you got to rearrange your understanding of what a band is or a musician is or anything else, So I think that's funny. I honestly think that, obviously they're funny songs, but they're strangely catchy, and I definitely like to play on the line between like people being like, is this guy just awful, or does he like know what he's doing? I love playing with that. You
do a good job with it. Yeah, because you can see the redeeming musical qualities in it. It's not all like, I wouldn't say it's bad. It is.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, and I love weird because I'm weird. So I think and the amount of time you're wasting on it, and I use the word waste because we do a lot of bits around here where I love when you put maximum effort into something that's like this big. Yes, I love that.
Absolutely.
I don't know why I love that, but you and I, Tom, we've always loved the idea of the joke being so huge. And we did all this work. I'm thinking, what did we get out of it? This.
Yeah. A little pee-pee song.
Yeah, a little boner.
So now I'm curious do you have like a massive spreadsheet of all the songs? Like, so you don't make duplicates, or does it not matter? You're like, who cares if I have 2 songs about Deltona? It's a matter of just get them out there.
Yeah, it's the second option. And in fact, because like for the name Poop songs, which have been really popular in the last year or so, there's multiple names that I just didn't realize I'd already done.
Yeah, there's like 4 Steven Poops songs.
I'll do. Some people reach out to me and they'll be like, "Hey, you did Ashley, but you didn't do it ASHLEIGH." And I'm so thorough that I'm like, all right, I'll add that.
Let me circle back around. And, everyone gets a poop song.
Yeah. It's crazy for like the amount of money like that. I was so skeptical of that I was willing to bet the listener. I was like, no way, because I'm in this business where like kind of a different business. Like you're getting paid directly from Spotify or like YouTube or whatever, and we don't really do that. But we do kind of see like how much. But with that much catalog of music and that much content, then it does make sense that it's just like little bits at a time. Do the actual like Spotify or YouTube, do they ding you for having so much different accounts, or is there anything that they like?
Are they mad at you for being who you are? Is what I like. They're like, this guy,
trying to, like, throttle
what's he
you
doing?
down?
Like, they're like, you get out of here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like to imagine that there's meetings, like well-dressed people around a table, and they're just like, what do we do about this guy? But uh, I have tons of respect. I love streaming. I think music streaming is so good. It's so much better for the consumer than, 25 years ago you'd have to buy a full CD because you liked one song on it, and frankly the consumer was being ripped off when the rest of the CD was no good,
Yeah.
So as a consumer, I love streaming, and as an artist, it's people are willing to press play much more so than they're willing to spend $15 to try something out. And so with my silly songs, they're like, yeah, okay, I'll press play and see what this is. So they've never overtly complained about me. I like to imagine some of the rules that spring up are inspired by me, but I'd be nowhere without them, and I try my absolute best to abide by their rules.
Do you do any live performing, or do you sell any merch?
You were on Fallon, weren't you? Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, I did the Tonight Show in 2017. That was very exciting, or whatever year it was, 2016 actually. I still, try to work it into conversations when I meet people, and
I would too.
And then live shows, yeah. Me and three guys that I've known since we were all teenagers, 5 to 10 shows a year. We're playing in New York next month, and what's really cool is like people, 23-year-olds will come up after the show and be like, I've been listening to the Toilet Bowl Cleaner since I was 8, which is wild.
That's crazy.
That's what makes this like experiment or art or joke or however that's what makes it amazingly cool, is that it's got this life of its own and it almost grows on its own too. Like people can share all of that music.
Do you get any pushback from other musicians?
Yeah. I mean, not to my face, but you're not supposed to read the comments or read the reviews.
Yeah.
I don't go by that rule. I Google my name constantly, and I definitely read some resentful comments or people just writing me off. But I think the deeper you go into it, the more you realize like that there's a lot of like heart and ingenuity and silliness going on here, and dare I say songwriting ability.
Well, you changed my tune on it though. I mean, all I had to do is read and you put out a book like what in 2023, the Moturn Method. Is that the book you put out? Yeah. I read a little bit of that and kind of dug into that a little bit, and I think I understood it better. So
now, are you worried? Now, going back to like AI, are you worried that you come up with this method that is obviously you've proved it to be
it's effective.
that it's effective, it works, and it's making you money? Do you worry about someone taking AI, writing a program where the AI itself is just putting out infinite amount of songs and like it's doing 200 a day? And it's just posting them on, like,
You think just diminishes what he's earning? Is that what you're...
Well, I'm saying someone else steals it, automates it, lets a computer do it, and then they're putting out, because obviously you couldn't beat the machine because you're actually, and I agree with you, the value is in the fact that a human being is doing this and putting time into it. By hand. But a lot of people can't even tell the difference between AI songs and real songs. And do you think that they're going to take that Moturn method and use it for their own advantage automatedly?
Yeah, I think it's very possible, and there's nothing I can do about it. One step up that I have is that like I've got 20 years of releasing music ahead of people who are doing it that way. So like usually the more popular stuff is going to come up higher in searches. So if they're writing an AI song on the exact same topic that I wrote one about, 15 years ago, I think the older one would come up in the search.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, like I said, I think the humanity behind it is real and important, and maybe I'll just have to get a real job someday too. I don't know.
No, never do that. You're a legend right now, and we love legends around here. Don't do that.
You know what AI can't do is make it sound unpolished and human And
No.
that's what you're doing.
so right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what AI will do, like we could load one of your songs into AI and,
it'll clean it right up.
It cleans it up, makes it sound really good, and it's like, well, this is not the intention of the original.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
It's not the spirit.
So you do have a leg up, I think, and I think you could make this a lifelong career. Well, Matt, we appreciate talking to you.
Yeah, man. Thank you for your time. This was so fun.
And if people want to find all these songs, I mean, there's so many places to find them. You know, but is it?
What's best for you?
Yeah.
Where do you want people listening?
Well, just call me 603-644-0048, and I'll guide you to what you need.
All right.
I like that better. I like that better.
Well, we appreciate the interview, Matt. Good luck with everything. It's super interesting to us, and it's cool to see what you've built.
Yeah, keep it up, man, and we hope to talk again sometime soon.
Yeah, very nice talking to you. Thanks, guys.
See you, man.
See you, Matt. That was a cool
Yeah,
guy.
what a cool guy.
Also, what a weird thing to learn how to do. Where
He's on the spectrum, right? A little bit?
I don't know.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, he's obviously like smart and artistic.
He's a smart guy. You could tell talking to that guy. He's a smart guy.
I want to hear one poo-poo song.
All right. You want a little toilet bowl cleaner?
Yeah, just to hear and give our audience an example.
A little taste. Toilet bowl cleaners. Let's see here. We'll go to the top song that has 3,895,000 downloads.
Okay, all right.
Oh.
And it is called Butt Cheeks, Butt Cheeks.
Okay.
Here we go.
Everybody's got butt cheeks. Everybody's got big old butt cheeks. Every time you sit down, you're sitting on your butt cheek.
Kind of got like a Randy Newman thing, right? Everybody's got butt cheek. You got a butt cheek in me. You got a butt cheek in me. Everybody, when you're sitting on the potty, you got a butt cheek in me. I'm going to do, maybe I should just start doing Randy Newman songs like that. Like Pee Pee Poo Poo's Randy Newman.
$200,000 a year.
Yeah. What if I could do $200,000 a year?
Yeah.
Like beep beep boo boo.
Makes more than I do.
Beep beep boo boo.
Yeah.
Randy Newman beep beep.
That's better than what I do, actually.
Your people got big butty. Your
$200,000.
people got big butty.
Some roofers listen to this. God
You jump
damn.
off the roof.
Yeah.
You jump.
Richard, you're delivering UPS garbage every day. He's like, God damn it. Take that, Richard. All right.
He's the Randy Newman of S and P songs, and he makes a cool $200,000 a year, and it's more than that.
Yeah.
It's more than that because the article I read is that's just the consistent stream. He still gets paid for going out and doing
Yeah, the
like,
live gigs.
Yeah,
all
I
that,
mean it's
man.
not like that's just
Good for him,
all
man.
right, yeah,
All right.
he's a nice man.
We will see you on Monday.
He was great. All right, guys. We'll see you later on the show.
Yeah, we'll be back at noon.